welcome to our channel. Today we will discuss simplification of context-free grammar, okay, or minimization of context-free grammar. For this simplification, we are using three steps. That is, by using three ways, we can simplify the grammar. The first one is elimination of useless symbols. Elimination of useless symbols. Next one is elimination of null productions or epsilon productions, either null productions or epsilon productions. Next one is elimination of unit production. Okay. By using these three ways, we can simplify the grammar. Okay. First, I will discuss elimination of useless symbols. This session, first we will discuss elimination of useless symbols. Now move to this one. Elimination of useless symbols. If you know the definition, then it is very easy to implement the problem. What is the definition? I will write the definition. A symbol is useless. A symbol is useless if it cannot derive. Symbol means non-terminal. Remember, the symbol means non-terminal. A symbol is useless if it cannot derive a terminal symbol. Derive a terminal symbol. Then that symbol is called useless symbol. We have to remove that symbol. And one more point is, and a symbol is useless if it is not reachable from the starting symbol. Okay, if a symbol cannot derive any terminal symbol, or if a symbol is useless, it is not reachable from the starting symbol, then that particular symbol is called useless symbol. We have to eliminate that symbol. We have to eliminate the symbol. Now consider an example, then we will implement the concept. Suppose this is an example grammar. S tends to AC, B, A tends to small a, C tends to small c, BC. This is the capital C, this is small c, and E tends to AA, small e. This is the given grammar. In this grammar, you have to eliminate the useless symbols. Useless symbols. Simple. First, I will explain the direct procedure, and then I will explain the procedure of how to eliminate useless symbols. Direct procedure. What is this one? When you say that a symbol is useless, if it cannot derive a terminal symbol, what are the symbols we have? We have S, A, B, C, E. These are the symbols present in the given grammar. Check S is derive any terminal or not. Now, S tends to capital AC. If A is replaced with small a, this is capital C. C is replaced with small c. So, S derives a terminal symbol. Now, A tends to A, S. A derives a terminal symbol. Now, observe B. From B, there is no terminal symbol. B does not provide any terminal symbol, so B is useless. Similarly, C. C produces small c. C produces small c, so no problem. E. Capital E produces small e, no problem. So, by using the first step, only B cannot produce any terminal symbol. So, B is a useless symbol. Now, consider the second one. Second point, if it is not reachable from the starting symbol, that means each and every symbol must and should reach from starting symbol. Why? In the process of deriving a string always starts from the starting symbol. Deriving a string always starts from the starting symbol. If there is no connection to the starting symbol, then there is no use. Observe, S tends to AC. That is, from S we are moving into A and move to C. Suppose if you are moving to A, so A2 small a, A2 small a, this is ending. Suppose if you are moving into C, from C, we are moving into either C or BC. But observe, for E, there is no derivation. That is, there is no reachable from S to E. S to E, there is no path. So E is also eliminated. E is also eliminated. Now, what is the grammar? The grammar is simply S tends to AC, A tends to A, C tends to C. Observe, you are eliminating B only. Single symbol is not eliminated. If anyone is a combination with that, completely eliminated. Suppose B is combined with C, simply deletion of B is not possible. You have to delete entire BC. You have to delete entire BC, and this production is completely eliminated. This production is completely eliminated. This is the final answer. This is the final answer. Okay. How can, what is the procedure? Simply, if it does not provide any terminal symbol or it is not reachable from the starting symbol, we can remove that particular one. Now, I will explain the same grammar. S tends to AC or B, A tends to small a, C tends to small c or BC, E tends to AA or E. This is the given grammar. For this grammar, I will explain the elimination of useless symbols by using the procedure. So in this, we have two phases. By using two phases, we are eliminating. First, I will explain phase 1. What I am doing in phase 1? Simply in phase 1, I am eliminating all the useless non-terminals. Useless non-terminals. The procedure is, first, consider all the terminals. What are the terminals present in the given string? Sorry, present in the given grammar. The given grammar contains the terminals A, C, and E. These are the terminals. These are the terminals. Now, from these terminals, we have to construct W1. Generally, what is the procedure? First, we have to write down all the terminals. From these terminals, we have to construct Wi. You have to construct Wi. What Wi contains? Wi contains all the non-terminals. Remember, Wi contains the non-terminals that derive the terminals. Wi contains the non-terminals that derive the terminals. That means, first, W1. So A is derived from capital A. So here I am writing capital A. Small c. Small c is derived from capital C. Small e. Small e is derived from capital E. You got the point? First step, I will write down all the terminals. In the next step, I will write down the non-terminals that derive these terminals. Now, what is Wi plus 1 in the next step? Again, you have to write down the non-terminals that derive this non-terminals. Write down the non-terminals that derive this non-terminals. For example, W2. W2. So, A, C, these both are present. Everything, whatever present in W1, those are present in W2. Compulsory. This AC. AC is derived from S. We will check with the combination also. We will check with the single letter or any combination. AC, it is derived from S. So, comma S, E. So, there is no. You got it? Small a is derived from capital A. Small c is derived from capital C. Small e is derived from capital A. The first W1 is completed. What W2? W2 contains the non-terminals that produces these non-terminals. So, everyone is present. A, C, E. These are present here. AC is derived from S. So, that is the reason I am adding S. Now, construct, the procedure is repeated. W3. This A, C, S, E are compulsory present along with AC is derived from S. This AC is derived from S. This is also already included. C is derived from C. Yes, no problem. But E, there is no derivation from E. What happens? The W2 value is equal to W3. Stop the procedure. You got it? Step by step, I am writing W1, W2, W3 such that simply one derives another. When you have to stop the procedure, to stop the procedure whenever there is no updation. Suppose W2 and W3, both the values are same. Both the values are same, we stop the procedure. Now, what is our grammar? Now, what are the terminals we have? We have, for example, G is equal to V, T, P, S. So, V is the set of non-terminals, T is the terminals, P is the production, S is the start symbol. Now, what V contains? S, A, S, A, already I am written as C. C, E. That means production B is eliminated. You got it? That is after completion of phase 1, B is eliminated. Okay, then what is the grammar? S tends to AC, A tends to A, C tends to C, E tends to E. Okay, so in the previous also we discussed the same thing. First we are eliminating B. That means eliminating B means what is the meaning of this one? A variable that does not derive a terminal. A variable that does not derive a terminal, that is eliminated. Now I am moving into phase 2. The phase 1 is completed. After completion of phase 1, these are the productions. In phase 2, what is the procedure? Simply in this first two, I am using a notation Y1. Notation Y1 contains only the start symbol. Y1 contains only the start symbol. Now Y2, exactly the reverse procedure. That means what is the second point in the previous definition? The second point is we have to eliminate the symbols that are not reachable from the starting symbol. That are not reachable from the starting symbol. That is the reason first I am loading my starting symbol. Now from S, what are the reachables? From S, we can reach to A, we can reach to C. Yes, you got it? Yes, S tends to AC, that means S to A and S to C. Now Y3, the same procedure. Yes, S tends to AC, already completed. Now A tends to small A tends to small a. Now C tends to small C tends to small c. That is from S, A and C. So S, A, C, these are from S. From A, we are writing small a. From capital C, we are writing small c. From capital C, we are writing small c. Now, what is Y4? Again, S tends to. So S tends to ARC, A tends to A small c. So again, there is no derivation. We stop. Whenever Y3 is equal to Y4, not Y3 is equal to Y4. So the derivation continues whenever more than one have the same. Suppose Y3 and Y4 got the same values means we stop the procedure. Now, what is the final grammar? S tends to AC, S tends to AC, A tends to A. Observe, this is one, this is second one, this is third one. C tends to C. This is the final grammar. That means I am eliminating E also. Eliminating E also. Okay. You got the point? Simply the 2 points. What are the 2 points? Elimination of useless symbols such that it does not produce any terminal. This is the first one. It does not reachable from the starting symbol. Okay. This is the way to eliminate useless symbols. Thank you.